Hello everyone and welcome to our Rights Awareness Training Programme made by the National Advocacy Council. My name is Claire Nagel and I am the chairperson of the National Advocacy Council. We want people to understand what our right is and learn about some of the rights people have. There's always a right and wrong, but there's always a right. People supported were consulted of what was in the course, the design of the course, and did all the acting. You could say it was made by the people supported for people in our services. Everyone who took part in creating this course got paid. We are super proud of it. I hope you enjoy it and learn loads about your rights. A right is an entitlement that we all have that are protected by law. Here are a few examples of the rights I have in my life. I have the right to live where I choose. I choose to live in an apartment in Ennis on my own. I love the peace and quiet. I love my independence. I can do things myself. I make my own decisions and that's my right. I have the right to be in a relationship. I have the right to spend my money on what I want. Can I have a glass of Prosecco, please? And make it a large one, please. Thank you. Now time for you to do some work. I have given you 3 rights that are important to me. While I order another Prosecco, I want you to have a chat about some rights you know and use every day. I will be back to you shortly to see how you get on. Press pause on the video for now. I hope you have a good conversation about rights. I'm back. How did you get on? I'm sure you have a very long list of rights. Here is a video I prepared earlier. Let's see if you've got more rights than me.
The right to be part of my community.
And make my own stations.
The right to be independent.
The right to do things for myself.
The right to express my opinion.
The right to be treated with respect.
The right to have equal job rights.
The right to private life and information to be kept confidential.
We have a right to have sports and leisure groups.
The right to get a care service.
Right to vote.
The right to get information in a way we understand.
The right to choose where and live and with who.
The right to education.
The right to be in relationships.
Now that you know what a right is, here is a little bit more information about the law. I'm sure you've all heard of the UNCRPD, and this is what it means. UN stands for the United Nations. This is an organization of 51 countries committed to a lot of things, including better living standards and human rights for all. C stands for Convention. R stands for rights. P stands for people. D stands for disabilities. When you join them all together, they make the word UNCRPD, which means the United Nations Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disability. Here is a short video to explain it more.
What is the UNCRPD? Watch our previous video to find out more about the United Nations. In 2006, the United Nations made a treaty. The treaty is called United Nations Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, UNCRPD for short. Many countries have become part of the UNCRPD. The UNCRPD talks about how countries should make sure that people with disabilities have the same rights as others. For example, countries should make sure that people with disabilities can live independently. This means that they should be able to live on their own within the community. Countries should make things accessible to people with disabilities. This means changing things so people with disabilities can use them. For example, by using sign language or by using easy language. Countries should make sure that people with disabilities can make their own decisions. This means that no one else should make these decisions for them. Countries should also make sure that people with disabilities have access to healthcare and can live in safety. The UNCRPD is very important for people with disabilities. This includes people with intellectual disabilities. People with disabilities can use the UNCRPD to make everyone respect their rights.
The most important thing you need to know is that the UNCRPD says that everyone should be treated the same across the world. Our next short video comes from all the way from Australia. The video explains the rights people have. Hope you enjoy it.
We are all equal before the law.
Women and girls with disabilities should have the full rights and freedoms enjoyed by everyone in the community.
As children with disabilities, we have the right to express our views on matters that affect us.
We are capable and contributing members of society.
We have the right to physical access and information access.
We have that right to life.
We have the right to be rescued in times of disaster.
We have the right to equal recognition before the law.
We have the right to justice. We have the right to live freely in the community, to live independently and be included.
We must not be tortured, exploited, or abused.
We have the same rights as others to choose where we live and where we travel.
We have the right to access information and to express opinion.
We have the right to privacy and to have intimate relationships.
Our children cannot be taken away just because of our disability.
We have the right to education, jobs, and healthcare.
We have the right to participate in cultural and public life.
The National Advocacy Council have created this great poster to show exactly what your rights are. If you haven't seen it, go find it and have a look at it. The poster was made using views from people supported from all the regions in Ireland. Congratulations, you've completed episode 1. From this episode, you know what a right is, so don't be afraid to get out there and use your rights.